You woke up this morning, flipped a plastic switch on your wall, and instantly banished the dark without thinking twice. You didn't even say thank you to it. But 2,000 years ago, doing that exact same thing would have required burning expensive, smoky olive oils or dangerous wooden torches. The moment the sun went down, the entire world simply stopped. No Netflix, no fridge snacks, no doom scrolling. Just you, a scary noise outside, and your own thoughts. The night belonged to shadows, isolation, and danger. Today you carry a glass slab in your pocket that grants us instant, real-time video connection to anyone on the exact opposite side of the planet. Movement, information, and survival are so incredibly seamless now that they have basically become invisible to us. Right up until the Wi-Fi drops for 4 seconds, and suddenly it's the end of the world. But for 99% of human history, civilization was entirely bound by two absolute rulers, the setting of the sun and physical distance. And when you look at it closely, the most mind-blowing difference between the ancient and modern worlds is how we completely conquered the dark in compressed time. Let's start with the night. For thousands of years, artificial light was a luxury. If you weren't an emperor or a wealthy merchant, your day ended exactly when the sun dipped below the horizon. Working, studying, or traveling after dark wasn't just difficult. It was a literal fire hazard that could burn your entire village down. Imagine texting BRB and it actually meant BRB, my house is on fire. Today, we live in an artificial day. If you look at a satellite image of Earth from space right now, entire continents are completely glowing webs of light. We have altered our core biological rhythms and effectively expanded the usable human lifespan by thousands of waking hours, simply because we decided darkness was no longer allowed. Somewhere, a caveman is furious he didn't think of this first. But we didn't just conquer the dark, we conquered space. In the ancient world, if you wanted to know something, you couldn't just look it up. You had to physically travel to a specific location, like the Library of Alexandria, find a physical, fragile scroll, and pray it hadn't already burned down to ash. Information moved precisely at the speed of a walking horse or a sailing ship. Basically ancient buffering, except it took 6 months instead of 6 seconds. Now we have instant access to the sum total of all human knowledge. Think about it. You can video call someone while sitting on a moving train across the globe, completely for free. To an ancient Roman or Egyptian, that isn't just advanced technology. That is literal, godlike telepathy. And we use it mostly to send memes. And then there's the sheer miracle of how we eat. An ancient emperor could command massive armies and build monuments that lasted millennia. But if he wanted strawberries in the middle of winter, he was completely out of luck. A simple famine could wipe out a whole city. Securing the next meal was the central, exhausting focus of human existence. Today, you walk into a brightly lit local supermarket and casually pick up coffee from Colombia, bananas from Ecuador, and spices from India. All of it is fresh, affordable, and requires zero physical effort on your part to harvest. And yet somehow we still complain about the checkout line. To our ancestors, death was an invisible lottery. You could be the most feared warrior on earth and get taken out by a simple scratch from a rusty piece of metal or a single sip of contaminated water. They blame bad air, curses, or angry gods because they couldn't see the real culprits. Meanwhile, we get a paper cut and immediately Google, "Am I dying?" But we uncovered a hidden universe of microbes, built massive plumbing systems, and created antibiotics. A basic bottle of penicillin represents a level of protection against the universe that ancient kings couldn't buy with all the gold in their treasuries. We effectively live in a world of wizards, using pocket-sized bricks of magic to command light, distance, and invisible forces, all while complaining if a web page takes more than 3 seconds to load. So, if you had to pick just one modern luxury to bring back to the ancient world to completely break their brains, what would it be? Personally, I'm bringing air conditioning. Let the Romans deal with that.